Welcome to Light Talk TV, where light converge. In today's world, we define worship by the type of voice you have, soprano or tenor. Guess what? You are about to be blown away by the revelation we are about to hear. Has it ever occurred to you that there is a difference between worshiping and singing? Join me as we listen to the prophet of God.
You cannot worship God just by singing. The singing idea of worship is not it's not fully what worship is all about. Where do you worship? It's not where do you sing. It's not where do you go to sing. After all, you can sing in your house. Where do you worship? Not where do you sing. So the whole idea of worship is bringing substance before sings to them. No. I will never worship man-made God. What is the worship? Singing? No. It speaks of homage, which involves sacrifice and bowing down. But we have turned our worship to what is she doing? She's worshiping. So she's worshiping. Worshiping is homage, substance, and bowing. That's how they worship. That's why they have power. But how do you worship? You worship God with tone of voice. Soprano. You don't understand. Move for me. Are you still here? In Jeremiah 44, 18 to 19, but since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offering unto her, we have wanted all things. Who are these people talking? These are those who were worshiping the Queen of Heaven. You are not to worship the Queen of Heaven. Queen of Heaven is a fallen spirit. Take note. I told you about principalities. Where do they sit? In heavenly places. So when you're talking about Queen of Heaven, you're talking about a fallen angel that occupies the heavenly realm, walking close to Satan. Is called the Queen of Heaven. He said, look at what they were complaining. Look at what they said. Since we left off burning incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings to her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by famine. And when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offering unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her? Please, how did they worship her? They made her cakes. We made her cakes to worship her and poured out drink offering. That's how they worship the Queen of Heaven. They made cakes and God was wroth with them and they got the judgment for it. But look at how they worship the Queen of Heaven. With something. They made a substance and they poured a drink and they bowed. We worship with only singing. Our fathers didn't worship like that. Abraham worshipped with his son. Our fathers worshipped with a lamb. They will bring something to worship. They will bring a substance to worship. They will come to the temple with something to worship. So understand, your worship is not the singing part of the service. No. Because you are not taking the power dimension, the warfare dimension, the breakthrough dimension of the kingdom. So all you know is the singing. If that's all you know, you will just be a religious fellow. Worship. Come, let us worship and bow down. Let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the God our Maker. You bow down. You honor. You bring a substance. That's worship. Move my slide, please. Are you still here?
Yes, sir.
That's why in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 9 to 10, the Bible says, honor the Lord with thy substance. So this requires honor. And when you want to honor, you bring what? Substance. You cannot honor with mouth. Substance. Honor the Lord with thy substance. And with the first fruit of thine increase. And you know the result is there. So shall your barns be filled with increase. with plenty, so shall your barns. That's what will cause your barns to be filled with plenty. That will cause your presses to burst with new wine. Substance, worship. So that we just commonize when we think, okay, after the word, time for the offering. It's time to just toss anything at God. Some will just go with one squeeze money, just throw it, and just throw in contribution. Okay, let's contribute. We've had AC, we've had sound system, we had good chairs to sit on. Let us also support the diesel of the church. Let's throw something there. So some people just throw it. Dirty note, that's true. That's true. Why not go and meet your ancestors, your father's gods, and throw 10 naira to the shrine? If knife will not come back to you. No, now go to your father's shrine. Huh? Go and meet Shango or Ogun and then take 5 naira and squeeze it and throw it at the shrine. It will bounce back as knife. Don't you worship God without no reverence? Because we've been taught that our offering is for pastor, it's for contribution to the pastor, supporting the pastor, everything. So we just throw it anyhow. We just no reverence. Some of us just transfer it. We just transfer. We transfer the same way we transfer to Uber. Same way we transfer our worship. No reverence, no bowing. Honor the Lord with your substance. Not support the Lord with your substance. Not help God with your substance. Not encourage him so that his church will not close. Encourage God with your offering. Or encourage your pastor with your offering. No, understand. That's why we are losing battles. Because we have not learned how to worship with substance. Move for me.
Wisdom is available here. Applying it is left to you. Don't mention.